Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning from the Philippines. And we have a subscriber here today. He arrived here yesterday, and he's staying 1 week with us, so that's pretty cool. And we've got the swimming pool project going on that's going to kind of be mixed with a building project above it at the same time. So I can't finish the pool until at least that's moved along a pretty good ways. But let's go out there and check all that out and get the day started. Let me get a lid on my head so I don't get it sun. This is my little office in here. If y'all never seen, got my proud USA flag, got my proud Philippine flag, and I got my proud Texas flag right here. And this flag was given to me by the local courthouse in my county. It was flown out front, and it got a little tethered, but they wanted me to have this flag, and so it was gifted to me by my local Kaufman County government there in Texas. Isn't that cool? This was gifted to me years ago, back in the mid 2000s, by a Filipino friend and over in Negros, and I held on to it and took perfect care of it and completely respected it. And then of course Mel and I purchased this because we're still proud of our country, or my country. That's her country. She's proud of it, and I'm proud of it, and she's proud to have been a part of the United States too. So it's a win-win. There's some steaks all around out here. Now, not beef steaks. And this is where the water line will be inside the pool. The line's coming up over the top of it right now. But if I had this eyeball it across, here's the water line. So I'll lay that there and then move back where you can see about how high the water line will be right there. So they're getting right on, mixing up, rendering over there right now, and they'll get right back to rendering that out and get that area finished out. This basil looks really good right here. She got some young basil growing here. Some young basil growing right there. Some more young basil growing right here. And we got more of it down through here. Lots of ginger growing. Well, I've been having a really good time visiting with our subscriber staying here right now, JJ. Interesting, he's Marine. He fought in Vietnam. He got wounded and shot up in Vietnam. After he got out of the Marines, then he enlisted in Naval. He was in Naval Air, and as well as my brother was, and he flew in the P-3s just like my brother did. So we've been up sharing all of that. That was something my brother was really proud of, and it's really nice to share those stories and talk to JJ. I hope we visit a whole lot more. Really cool guy. And now I'm back out here. The guys got that rendering done, and that's why I want them left it all roughed up and thick like that. So they got that done, and as I said, we've got building to do above up here. So they're starting to form up their first steel on their beam coming across here right now, and getting busy on that. But his catamaran's not as good as mine. Good morning, everybody. Good morning from another beautiful morning here in the Philippines. It is. So that's another channel I like to watch. I watch a lot of sailing channels. I'd say that's probably 80% of what I watch. And that guy there, he bought this old James Warren catamaran that had been abandoned, and he's been restoring it, rebuilding it, and updating it. And I enjoy him. His His mom and dad live in England, and in his dad's garage, which his dad helps him turn out some amazing machining projects and stuff, you know, and all. His dad has like an old Mustang, an old Corvette, and all from the U.S. But in his garage, he has the Texas flag and he has the U.S. flag hanging in his garage. Never really understood why he put the Texas flag, but he also has a lot of Route 66 stuff, all of that. He said his dad has a huge love for all of that Americana. But it's pretty cool when I look in his dad's garage and I see the Texas and the U.S. flag, and they're there in England, and the old Mustang and the old Corvette. So I really enjoy his channel. Just simple guy, he's a nice guy. So I try not to be greedy, share other channels that I like and share the things I like, you know. Maybe I help him along. So this is our retaining wall that we have built first, coming around here in the pool. And you see it's nice and thick. That's about this isn't our perfect wall, so this thing's kind of between 8 to 10 inches thick, and this is retaining back all the soil and giving us a primary wall for strength. And we did put a big beam with steel in around the bottom. There's steel coming around this, and here it has that steel matting, that welded wire, and then it has this, what they call kind of like a chicken wire right there also. My preliminary work to be able to put in my solid structure after that. And we're taking, for you that's confused and you're new to the channel, I had old fish ponds here that were built pretty heavy and kind of deep, and we're converting part of their structure in with more structure, creating a swimming pool with 2 hot tub areas. So those were smaller tanks we're knocking out. You can see we've knocked that down to that. Building in seating that's going to go around in them, therapy jets that'll be in them, a bridge will be going over this end down here on the pool, and then we're going to pull all new steel completely inside everywhere that has no joints anywhere, like, you know, like this is a joining wall. They'll have steel that'll pass right on by, bonding all of that as one solid piece, and we'll come in and pour a complete new liner and floor after we set all of our plumbing and get everything prepped and our grades done. That will be the main finish structure wall. So that's the story with that. I'm putting returns down on this deep end. I'm putting now hold on, I said that so wrong. I'm putting skimmers down here on this deep end. We'll be breaking into those walls, cutting open, notching out where those skimmers are going to stick through, including for the thickness of the new wall that'll be poured inside. My returns will be down here in this curved end. They're going to be pushing the water back towards the skimmers. It's just like a kind of a ovaled on one end rectangle, and they're going to be pushing the current back that way. There'll be a double drain in the floors, one to that side, one this side. They'll be about probably 8 foot apart from each other. That way, if one of them got clogged or anything, or somebody was get sucked down near to it, it would not be able to pull on them, because it would just pull more through the other one. And that's a safety feature, as well as keeping your flow up in case something blocked your drains. We do have a lot of blowing leaves and stuff from tropical trees here, some huge leaves off those talisais. And then therapy jets that'll be blowing all inside of where there'll be benches around in there. There'll be therapy jets all in there. So that's the story with this. And before we can finish the pool, we're building above it here at the same time. And let's look at that. So the steel work is steadily still going on here. They have got the 2 longest main beams, and they got another one connecting across here, done now. So today they will start working on another one going across, and then another one going across. We'll get all this steel work in. It'll take them, today's a Saturday. Today is a Saturday, so it's the end of a work week for them. So they might get a couple built today, being that we're done down here on this rendering, creating this retaining wall. I can focus some of the help back up on working on that. Maybe they might get a couple of those beams done today, and then I'm hoping like this next week, maybe about Tuesday, I'm hoping that maybe we will start form work up there. And there's going to be cantilever beams, looks like up here on the house. These cantilevers, we're going to shape them just the same so the pool matches with the house. And we'll start all the form work. We'll start cutting out to make these cantilevers. He's leaving the steel hanging long here already. Like you can see here behind me, he's leaving the steel hanging long for the cantilevers. And so all of this is happening, and it's really enjoyable. And we need to get the deck poured above up there, where we're going to build 3 more guest rooms and a laundry room. And we need to get that poured before we can finish the pool. We don't have to finish the rooms before we finish the pool, but we do need to get the deck poured, and maybe any like precast trim that's going to come out around the veranda and all, matching with the house here. Let me show you. Like you can see that precast, that molding. It's right below that stainless steel and that black stone. We want it to match. So maybe we'll get little finished works like that that'll be out over the water there. We'll get that done before we finish out inside the pool also. That way, that type of work is already done and out of the way. You can see it's gonna be a pretty good sized pool. Very happy for it, man. We're excited to get it all in place and have the lighting and all going on it. It's gonna be beautiful with the LEDs that we're gonna do in the water, and having this deck up above it up here, and the veranda hanging out over right there. We're gonna put lights shining from the top down into the water too, and we'll put the different changeable color LEDs up there as well, so we can set a mood on this. We can have one color going in the pool leaving and a different color shining down, or all the same color, or whatever we want to do. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. It absolutely will. I look forward to that. Same thing on the bridge. When we build it, I'll put some lights underneath the bottom of the bridge that's also going to be shining down into the water, plus the lights that are in the water. So it's going to be an awesome effect. Up in Iloilo City, in the Smallville area, is a hotel called MO2 West Town, and then they have a restaurant and a little live music area sitting outside that's called, like, it used to be MO2 Bar, but then they built this nightclub, which is the MO2 Bar. One of them maybe is MO2 Ice, and the other one's MO2 Bar. And they had this huge swimming pool there that I really liked that pool. But one of the features they had on it with the LED lights is they had a fog machine. And they, I don't know if they still do it, but back in the day, they would put that fog out over that water at nighttime with those LEDs. It was so freaking awesome, man. I'm thinking about doing that. I'm thinking about doing it. I'm gonna do a little research on it. Y'all comment on that as well. Of course, I've had fog machines before, even like when I had my little pool hall club thing back in Texas before, and we had dance floor and all there. We have fog machines, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same kind of fog machine with that fog juice, and that juice is cheap, and you wouldn't do it all the time. You would just do it on occasions, or like if there's certain events going on or things like that, that you could spray that out. You got a whole lot of guests here, you know, and all, and a lot happening, you know, spray that out and put that mist for an effect, you know, in the evening time or something out on the water. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. You tell me what you think, you know, tell me what you think. Might be pretty cool. Well, it's been a great morning here so far. It's not quite lunchtime yet. It's maybe about 11 o'clock or so. Cap is here right now, and our subscriber, our guest JJ, is here. Man, he is one of the most interesting people to talk to. Just super interesting, man. It is a very hot day, and today is listed, and tomorrow and yesterday was too, as a extreme UV index days. Very extreme on the UV index. Hey, bro, be careful, don't destroy that basil back here, okay? And yeah, it's a very extreme UV day, so everybody needs to be careful. JJ said he went out for a walk yesterday afternoon, and he does usually an average of 10,000 steps a day. I think he said he did closer to 14 yesterday, and he overdid it out in this heat, so he's taking it easy today. But we have increased chances of rain coming. So like an increase, any kind of increase is better than zero, because our chances of rain for a long time, every day when you look on the forecast and all, is 0%, 0%, 1%, 2%. I mean, you're like, ooh, we have a 2% chance, finally.
What do you think the chances are?
Well, Lloyd, that's difficult to say.
Hit me with it. Just give it to me straight.
Not good.
You mean not good like 1 out of 100?
I'd say more like 1 out of 1,000,000.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
But we are increasing up after today, going into tonight, tomorrow at 20-something%. Now, I'm telling you about when you start hitting some double-digit chances, and you know, your ears are really perking up when you've been in such a drought. The guys are continuing to build beams up here and tie steel. I don't know which one they've been working on all morning. They must have, oh, they did the one at the far end down there. They did that, so they're working one into the, coming in towards the middle over here now. Well, it's right down the beach right here. This is why we need rain right here. See all the people running, carrying water from the beach? A whole bunch of people running back and forth with pails. Water, because that could come over in these neighborhoods right here and burn these neighborhoods down. And that's really grown up in there. It's dangerous for those houses and neighborhoods over there. But, well, there's a property between Solimar and there. So that's the grown-up property where the little lighthouse is. Then there's the open land with a nice mansion that the same people own that. The Hernandez family. And then on the other side, that's Solimar. So there's a break between Solimar and this fire. This fire is getting bigger here. There's a house right there. Yeah, they got fire trucks, water trucks over there trying to protect it. Luckily, that house has got stone exterior though. Got my crew. Yeah, y'all go help get water on that fire. I've already sent part of them down the beach and the rest are going. I'm out of breath. I ran all the way back down here. Yeah, those two little water tank trucks ain't gonna fight against that fire, and that grown-up property's so thick, it'll pass over to the highway before you know it. Hey, go help them because they can't get it all. Of course, got one trying to look for a reason not to help. The rest don't mind. They're on it. There he goes. He's catching up with them. Dang, y'all get that right up there at the very end that hose ain't reaching. Here, throw it up in there. There you go. Man, we need rain. We need rain.